Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2011 Junior Derby Idol. I'm Tony Penick.
Christy Stahl.
And tonight we have 9 contestants for the folks.
There you go. 9 contestants. It's our Junior Idol where everybody is 13 and under. And we have a good crowd, I think, back there. We have lots of nerves back there, lots and lots of nerves. So you at home, if you're watching out there, you can sort of be your own little judge like you are when we're watching the real American Idol and see what you think. So see what you think. We've got a couple new judges tonight as well, and I think it should be a lot of fun. How about you, Tony?
But they have been on this side of it. That's why they're judges now, because they prove they're pretty good.
Yeah, we have the judge. A couple of the judges have been right here in the spot and have won at Derby Day Idol, and so we're really excited to have them with us. And I think we'll have a good night. What about you?
I think it'll be fun. And I understand now you're going to be going back to your stand to kind of break the ice for them as they come in.
Yeah, we're probably going to do some jumping jacks back there and, maybe a little running in place. And
have at it.
Do whatever we got to do to get the nerves out. I think
have at it. And have fun back there, by the way. See you toward the end. So, real quick, too, hello to all the folks from Warsaw to Falmouth, Channel 16 and Channel 21 Insight Cable. And now we're going to tell you a little bit about these judges, though, because, folks, tonight it's from one specter to the other. And it's like the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and we'll explain why. We're going to start down here with Mr. John Siedenberg. And folks were at last year's Derby Idol know the 2010 winner was John. And we'll tell you a little bit about him. He's a graduate of Williamstown High School. And last year's was, as I said, the Derby Idol winner, and he's currently a sophomore in Morehead State University's theater department, and he's thrilled to be here. So, actor, singer, John, you've done it all, but it's great to see you here.
Thank you, you too.
Okay. And then we have the 2007 Derby Idol winner, Felicity Spicer, and it's great to see you here, Felicity. Following the 2007 Derby Idol, her song Rise and Walk was played on 982 radio stations across America, making the top 100 chart in the nation and the Christian Voice magazine. And she travels, she sings at churches, she does benefits, and she's also performed at several ministries and attended, and as last month, March 15, 2011, after a 2-year battle with cancer, Felicity is in remission, and we thank the Lord for that. She's back to singing again and is overjoyed to be a Derby Idol judge, and she likes to eat at Subway because I run into her there many times. Felicity, great to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
So we got 2 Derby Idol winners, and then we go to Ken Stone. Ken's our other judge. He's the publisher of the Grant County News, has been on the Derby committee. Each year the festival was judge of the adult Derby Idol auditions, and last year, and really what some people are still saying was a total miscarriage of justice, Ken finished last in last year's 2010 Derby Adult Idol competition.
And there was a lot more people than just John and I in the contest.
Right. I know, Ken, if I'd have been you, I'd have sued. I would have. I would have sued, because when you walked out of here that night, I said, that guy was special.
I am so happy to be here with Felicity and John. I love those guys to death, and glad that they came back.
We are also. And folks at home, I know you're anxious. Let's get it started. We now take it back to Christy with contestant number 1.
Thanks, Tony. We are here tonight with our first contestant, and her name is Miss Jacqueline Fitzgerald. She is 11 years old, and she lives at 120 Chippewa Drive in Dry Ridge, Kentucky. We're glad to have you tonight, Jacqueline. Tell us a little bit about your hobbies, what you like to do.
Well, I like singing, karaoke, soccer, and acting.
You going to do any karaoke tonight, maybe?
Probably at Eduardo's.
I thought you might. I just had a sneaking suspicion that you might do that. And who's your favorite singers?
Well, Miranda Lambert, Patsy Cline, and Carrie Underwood.
Now, what's your favorite song from Patsy Cline?
Walking After Midnight.
I think I've heard you sing that a time or two. So anyway, well, we're going to let you go for your performance, and we're going to say good luck to you, Miss Jacqueline. And this is contestant number 1, Miss Jacqueline Fitzgerald.
Little boy, 6 years old, a little too used to being alone. Another new mom and dad, another school, another house that'll never be a home. When people ask him how he likes this place, he looks up and says with a smile upon his face, "This is my temporary home. It's not where I belong. Windows and rooms that I'm passing through. This is just a stop on the way to where I'm going. I'm not afraid because I know this is my temporary home."
Thank you. Now, Jacqueline, a lot of times I ask folks, were they nervous? I'm anxious to ask you that question. Were you nervous?
Well, I was a little, but not much.
I could tell. I mean, you look like I'm here to sing a song and have fun doing it, and I really enjoyed your performance there. And we're going to start here with Ken in just a second, but have you ever sang in this kind of venue or at church or in public before?
Well, I've sang in the Grant County Fair, but I froze, so I didn't do very well.
Okay, well, you didn't freeze tonight, but Ken?
How old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
11, and were you a little bit nervous?
Well, I was a little, but not much.
Not much at the end, were you? Yeah, I think it started out a little bit nervous. You can see the nerves in there, but you made some good long notes there, and then I think it got much better. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Good voice. You did a really good job, and I'm so excited to hear 10 and 11-year-olds coming out today singing. So good job, and I hope it works out well for you.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look so professional, and you are so comfortable. I could tell you're a little nervous, but by the end of the song, you could tell you were just enjoying it. And that was a wonderful song to choose. That song has such a beautiful meaning. And I noticed the transition when you went from your chest voice to your head voice to sing those little bit of a higher notes. That transition was beautiful, and not many girls your age can do that. So great job.
Thank you.
As they were saying, yes, it was very good. Do you like to sing?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So whenever you go to perform, you want to make sure that you're going to capture the entire room, right? Mm-hmm. So when you go up to perform for us, because all of us get nerves when we go to perform. I know I do. So try and ignore all that the best you can, and it's very hard to do, I know. But have fun with it, because towards the end we saw you were getting into it. When you closed your eyes, you were getting into the song. So just have more fun with it. Open it up like you did at the end. But very, very nice job.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you what your thoughts are on the judges' comments, and then I got a question I want to ask you, okay?
I think I did pretty well for my age, and just because I just have like singing, and just because I like singing.
When you like something, you work at it and you get better, right? Okay, now the other thing I was wanting to ask you is, say you move on tonight and you're up there on Derby Day on that stage. Which would you rather do, like in an intimate setting like this, or would you like to have another crack to get out there in front of a good crowd and perform?
Another crack to get out there and have another shot at it.
Well, Jacqueline, we thank you very much. You did do a fine job, and we take it back to Christy with contestant number 2.
Thanks, Tony. We are here with contestant number 2, Miss Nicole Bowman, who is 10 years old. And she is from 260 Cemetery Road, all the way from Glencoe, Kentucky. And we're really glad to have her tonight. And Nicole, tell us a little bit why you decided to enter Derby Idol.
Well, one reason is because I love to sing, and I like getting out there in the audience, and I like being able to sing in front of people. It's just really fun. I've always had a passion for singing.
That's great. I can sort of tell that about you. So, and what song are you going to be singing for us tonight?
Free to Be Me.
And that's sung by, I'm assuming, maybe one of your favorite singers, possibly?
Yeah, Francesca Bastelli, I believe.
Okay, well, if you can say it and you can sing it, then more power to you, because I don't think I can say that name. So anyway, you said it a lot better than I could. So we're going to let you go on and go for your performance. Good luck to you, Nicole. And this is contestant number 2, Miss Nicole Bowman.
Hi. So, how's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna sing a song called Free to Be Me by Francesca Bastelli. And it goes a little something like this. 20 years of age, I'm still looking for a dream. The battle's already waged from my destiny. And you've already won the battle, and you got great plans for me. Yeah, and I can't always see. Oh, 'cause I got a couple dents in my fenders, got a couple rips in my jeans. Try to pull the pieces together, but perfection is my enemy. On my own, I'm so clumsy, but on your shoulders I can see I'm free to be me.
Okay, Nicole? Yeah. Okay. Enjoyed your performance. I don't think you were nervous, because you were actually, I thought you were going to interview the judges there for just a second, but you came out and you got right in your delivery, so you anxious to hear the judges' scores?
Yeah, very.
Okay. Well, we're going to start with Felicity here first, then we'll go to John, and then down to Ken. So Felicity, if you would.
How old are you?
10.
Oh, you have such a cool attitude about you and your voice. It comes out, and when you sing, you just seem like someone that is much older. That was a great song to pick. It shows a lot of vocal range, and I like the little oohs and the ahs that you put in there. But I did notice when you're in front of people, I know it's so easy to get nervous.
Yeah.
But try and make sure you don't play with your shirt.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like twist my hands and stuff.
Oh, you're fine. I've done that before. I think everyone goes through that. But you did so good, and your personality is adorable. You came out and you talked to us just like you'd be talking to anyone else, and I enjoyed that.
Thanks.
I agree. It's very hard, especially when you're a performer, to have to come up in front of people who are going to be critiquing you and judging you, and be able to speak to them, especially like it's just a regular conversation. So I was very excited to see that you were able to just come up and talk to us like we were just anybody else. Same thing as Felicity was saying. Very, very nice song choice. It showed a great range. You have a very good control of your voice for your age. But as the only thing that I had to comment on was the playing with your shirt, but that's a very easy fix. So very nice job.
Thank you.
Wow, that's where did you get that song from? What's the?
Well, I actually went to church with my friends, and they were Christians. They would always listen to the Christian music station. I was always with them. I would always sing it with them.
Yeah, I thought that was a very bold style that you did in there. You should be very, very proud of yourself. And I'm very proud of all the kids that show up today and will stand in front of us and our glaring eyes that are judging you at this competition. Listen to these two, because they're winners and they know what they're talking about. Good job.
Thank you.
Nicole, you happy with what the judges had to say?
Yeah, I think I did pretty good. Yeah, I like what the judges said.
That's good. And the first time when you come out, like I did, like you're kind of talking to them to break the ice a little bit, because like Christy, the lady interviewed you back here years ago, I went to see her the first time she was in a beauty contest, and when it got to the interview process, she swallowed her bubble gum. And and you kind of like tonight made sure everything was going good. So that was great on your part, and best of luck to you. And we take it back to Christy now for contestant number 3.
We're back here with contestant number 3, Miss Shelby Mitchell. And she is from Dry Ridge, Kentucky. We have several from Dry Ridge, Kentucky tonight. And I guess my first question to Shelby would be, tell us a little bit about your family. Mom, Dad, do you have a brother?
Yeah, I live with my mom and dad and my brother Garrett. And
You have any animals at home?
yeah, I have 3 pets. I have 2 guinea pigs, Diana and Lightning, and I have a dog named Daisy.
Okay, do you have any other kind of animals in the house?
That's it.
No, that's it. Guinea pigs would be good enough for me, I think. And why did you decide to enter Derby Idol?
Because it kind of sounded like fun. And Mr. Creech said I would probably do good at it, so he recommended me for it.
And what about the $500 prize money? Did that have anything to do with it at all?
That sounds interesting too.
Okay. And what are you going to sing for us tonight, Shelby?
Mean by Taylor Swift.
I like that song. And I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I really do like that song, and I'm sure you're going to do well with that. We're going to let you go perform, and good luck to you, Miss Shelby. This is contestant number 3, Miss Shelby Mitchell.
Okay. You with your what? You with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me. You picking on the weaker man got me feeling like a nut in you. Yeah. Thank you. You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me. You, picking on the weaker man, got me feeling like a nut in you. The song if I made it past this one, so I could do for the finals, I just forgot the words to this one. The other one? I'm nervous. I don't remember the words to either of them.
That's all right.
Can I do the other one?
Sure.
Okay. Baby, where you been? It's 10:30. Oh, look, you're late again. Busy day, got a lot in your mind. You should hear about mine. A tall drink of water and a pretty little thing. We're kissing on the corner in the pouring rain. Turn my head to get a better view. Oh, Lord, help me, it was you. Didn't love me, I ain't no fool. Didn't love me, no, 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 no. Love, love, you let me down. Making this too easy. Love, love, you let me down. Think I should be leaving. Love, love, you let me down. Let me down. Oh, you won't string me along. Giddy on up, giddy on
out. Shelby, too, and it was nice the way you recovered and got into that second song. And we're going to start here with John in just a second. But, when you do this in front of judges and stuff, I mean, it's not the easiest, but one thing you love is effort. And, a lot of people probably would have just hightailed it out the door. But I love the fact you stayed there and you stayed with it. And Felicity done a really nice job of kind of getting you settled back in, because she'll tell you there's a first time for everybody to do this, and you've got to break that ice. So we'll start with John now and see how you scored with the judges.
First of all, I want to address that, because it's so easy to forget your lyrics, whether you're performing for judges or you're performing for 100 people or 1,000. It doesn't matter. People do it all the time. Christina Aguilera at the Super Bowl, I think it was, messed up the lyrics to the national anthem. And she's a pop star, so I mean, everyone messes up lyrics and forgets them, so don't worry about it. The good thing is you stayed here, and you stayed here to show us what you could do, so we really do appreciate that, and very nice with that. Do you like to sing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So show us that. So when you get up here, forget about the fact that you're being judged, forget about the fact that there's people watching you, and do what you like to do, because that's what it's about. So show us that whenever you go to perform for us. And if you make it to the next round, definitely show us what you got. The other thing is, I know you're nervous. All of us are nervous when we go to perform. But there was one thing, you kept doing this with your hair. So try and keep your hands still. And if you want to move your hands, that's fine. A lot of performers like to move their hands when they perform. So do something with that energy. You don't have to just keep still with it. But it was a very nice job.
And if you find yourself getting nervous and wanting to use your hands, maybe it'd be good just for a while to work off that habit and maybe use both hands to hold the mic. Because if you're kind of nervous about expressing yourself with your hands or with motions, you could always do it with your face. You can smile, make your eyes big, just things like that. Because I know I used to have a nervous habit. I play with the cord on the mic. So I know your little hair habit, I think everyone starts out having them, but they can be easily broken, so don't worry. And I love your outfit. I think a dress and boots combo is adorable. And I know you're nervous, but at least you got back up and you sang again. That's the most important thing. That's a lesson in music, but also in life, that when you fall off, you get back on the horse again. You have victory. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
You look like you'd be comfortable with the guitar hanging on your shoulder. Is that right?
I play the guitar, yeah.
You play the guitar? You just look like you're the kind of person that should have a guitar with you. Last year, I was a contestant with John. I was singing my song in Italian and ended up singing it in Spanish. The judges picked up on that, so I too forgot my words. The people that are hearing you on TV through the microphone. In the room here, the microphone isn't doing anything for us. We're hearing you in the room, so we really need the contestants to sing loud, and you really held back. And I would like to hear you sing loud, even though you forgot the word. I'd like to hear the words that you did have go through. So I congratulate you, and I'm so happy that you showed up tonight. And keep trying. Thank you.
And Shelby, Ken's not joking last year, because at least you sang your whole song in English. And he did change languages on us last year. And I know the judges were like, where's he going? I even thought I heard a third language, Aborigines. I thought there was one word he threw in there. But anyway, you did a really nice job. And we take it back to Christy now for contestant number 4.
Thanks, Tony. Tony's sort of become a little bit of a long-winded type little man tonight. I'm not sure what he's doing over there, but anyway, that's fine. He gives it back to me. We have contestant number 4, Miss Caitlin Allen, who is from, I'm assuming it's Corinth.
Yes, Corinth, Kentucky.
Corinth, Kentucky. And tell us a little bit about your hobbies, Caitlin.
Well, my hobbies include horse training, playing the guitar, singing, riding, dancing.
She sounds like she just likes to do it all, pretty much. I think that's what she's probably trying to say. And who's your favorite singer?
My favorite singer is Reba McEntire. She is amazing.
And she can not only sing, but she does everything else, too.
Yes. I saw a backstory on Reba McEntire, and when she was little, she wanted to do barrel racing and trained every day. Mm-hmm. I thought that was amazing. And then life took her on a different path into music. And she still has her dreams, and she stuck to it.
That's right.
And she's amazing. She's a huge success.
There you go. She is at everything she does. And what song are you going to sing for us tonight?
I will be singing My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music.
That sounds like an interesting song, something like we've not heard yet tonight. So we're going to see. I'm sure you're going to do wonderful, and we'll let you go do your performance. And good luck to you. And this is contestant number 4, Miss Caitlin Allen.
Good evening. My name is Caitlin Allen. I'm 13 years old, and I'm from Corinth, Kentucky. I will be singing My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dogs bite, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Sorry, I was holding in a cough. Excuse me, Mom.
Caitlin, you done really fine. That's a Julie Andrews. I remember her singing that. Was that Mary Poppins or?
I believe it's Sound of Music.
I knew it was Julie Andrews. Okay, we're going to start with Ken on this end, then we'll go to Felicity. But it's good to hear. Used to be every single contestant came in here, Ken will relate, last year, Taylor Swift. So it's nice to hear some variety and some Broadway or musical type stuff.
I believe that favorite things is something that brings up the good memories of lifetime as a child, seeing the good old days, back when everything was, simple. And I think my favorite things is a good way of showing it.
That's pretty good. Ken, we'll start with you and see what the judges have to say.
All right. I love the way you came in, took control of the room, and I thought you were going to do something like Reba when I first saw you, because you like Reba.
I do.
I read your profile.
Amazing.
I think you need a little bit of practice yet on that song, right?
I was holding in a cough.
Okay. Well, maybe she can help us on that, what to do with when you have a cough coming out at the same time you're singing, right? Very, very good effort, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Hi. I thought you had great diction. I could hear every word, every syllable you were singing. And sometimes that's very rare, especially in a junior type audition where the ages are younger. And you sounded very nice.
I thank you very much.
Your speaking ability when you came out and then when you've answered the questions are very mature. And if you watch interviews of singers or actors, what they sing or what they speak, separate of how they give an interview, if they have both of those qualities, it just makes you think, wow, they're even that much more awesome. So I really love seeing that you can sing and speak. And about when you have a cough, sometimes what I'm doing, I know it's harder to do when you're singing a cappella, but if you have a track, if you're singing along with music, just take a pause and swallow. Usually if you take a good swallow, make it real quick, and then jump back on your next beat or your next word. Even if you have to cut something else short, wouldn't you rather cut it short than maybe cough or crack? So that's the only advice I'd have to give.
Thank you.
Yes, as they were saying, first of all, I was very glad to see a musical thing. That's my forte, so kudos to you. Yes, the diction was very nice. As Ken was saying before, you have a very nice range about you, but there were a few missed notes here and there, but I think that part of that could be with the cough, part of that could be with nerves, anything with that. So, but overall, I think it was a very nice performance. Very nice.
Thank you.
And one thing, all the judges, they do a great job at trying to help you because you got two former winners there. And you got a guy that had a place of his own last year, so everything they take.
I heard.
He won't let up, will he? He just won't let up.
Well, anyway, we'll take it back to Christy with our next contestant.
We're having some fun in there, Tony, especially with contestant number 4. So this is contestant number 5, Alicia Ferguson. How do we say that?
Alyssa.
I knew I would mess somebody's name up, and it's Alyssa. So this is Alyssa Ferguson. She is 9 years old, and she is from Erlanger, Kentucky. Alyssa, tell us a little bit about your hobbies.
My hobbies is singing, dancing, and playing the piano.
There you go. And tell us a little bit also about, have you ever sung in public before?
At my school talent show.
At your school talent show. Okay. And who is your favorite singer?
Shirley Temple.
That's a good one, Alyssa. I like that one. There you go. And what are you going to sing for us tonight?
Rainbow Connection.
Rainbow Connection. And that's from where?
Sesame Street.
Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck, and we're going to let you go on to your performance. And this is contestant number 5, Miss Alyssa Ferguson. I think I got that right. I hope I did.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? So we've been told, and some choose to believe it, but I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Now, Alicia, I've got to ask you because I didn't get to see, but how old are you?
9.
Well, I tell you what, you're wearing my favorite color, lavender. I love that, and that outfit. It kind of goes back, Ken, or like this, like the mamas and the pop. You know what I'm saying? The Michelle, yeah, it does, and it's kind of neat. And we'll see what the judges got to say. We'll start Felicity here in just a second. But were you nervous?
A little bit.
Okay, well, you sure got rid of it quick. So Felicity, we'll start with you.
I love your outfit.
Thanks.
And just that you came in with a hat that has a star on it just pops out at me that you mean business. And you are a star in your own way. You sang, I remember that song, and you sang every note of it right on. I'm so proud of you being that young and being willing to enter in here. That's a big deal. So I think you did a great job.
Yes, the outfit is absolutely adorable, especially with the song. Very nice song choice. The melody itself, you did the notes very well. I didn't catch anything that was awry or anything. But yeah, a very nice performance. Very nice.
So what's your favorite type of music?
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple music?
Nice answer.
Well, if your hair was really curly, I think you could look just almost like Shirley Temple. I applaud you for coming in here and taking control of the room the way you did, and you were there, and you were the only person in the room while you were singing. You're very brave, very talented. Thank you very much for coming tonight.
Okay, now I got one more couple questions for you. Okay, that'd be okay, because you said you like Shirley Temple, and the outfit. You think of Michelle Phillips and Mama Cass in the old days, or Dusty Springfield even. Ken, that might have been a better example.
Oh, I thought you were asking her about.
Oh, no, but I'm saying to that genre, so the audience at home. Yeah. Right. But what's your favorite Shirley Temple song?
Animal Crackers.
Oh, mine too.
Okay, and I see mine was always the Good Ship Lollipop, but I bet you sing it pretty good, don't you? Well, that's okay. You don't have to save that one for for Derby Day, and we wish you luck, and we hope we see you up there, Alicia. Thank you very much. Back to Christy with our next contestant.
Thanks, Tony. We're here with contestant number 6, Miss, I guess I'm just going to say Maggie, so I don't mess up your first name. Maggie Walters, and she is from Dry Ridge, Kentucky. And Maggie, have you entered any other singing contests before?
Yeah, I've entered plenty, like Grant County, anything that I can.
The Grant County Fair competition?
Yeah, Grant County Fair. I've done Farm Bureau before, so.
Okay, so you have a little experience in all this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good thing. And tell us a little bit about your favorite singer.
I guess my favorite singer would be Stephen Curtis Chapman. I love his music and his songs because he writes all of his songs, and yeah.
Now, do you like to write songs, or have you ever tried before?
I have a lot with my cousin Annalise Kinsey. So
Okay. All right. And what are you going to be singing for us tonight?
it's called Butterfly Fly Away by Miley Cyrus and her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Okay, well, that sounds wonderful. We're going to let you go perform right now, and good luck to you, Miss Maggie. This is contestant number 6, Miss Maggie Walters.
Hi. Okay. You tucked me in, turned out the lights, kept me safe and sound at night. Little girls depend on things like that. You brushed my teeth and combed my hair, had to drive me everywhere. You were always there when I looked back, but you had to do it all alone. Make a living, make a home. Must have been as hard as it could be. And when I couldn't sleep at night, scared things wouldn't turn out right, you would hold my hand and sing to me. Caterpillar in a tree, how you wonder who you'll be. Can't go far, but you can always dream. Wish you may and I wish you might. Don't you worry, hold on tight. I promise you there will come a day. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, 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 fly away. We've been waiting for this day. All along you've known just what to do. Butterfly, fly away.
Okay, we're going to start with John, with the judges here in just a second at his end. But were you nervous, and your thoughts on your performance?
Well, I gotta admit I was a little nervous. I should have practiced a little bit more than I did, but that's just me. That's how I am. So, but I did mess up a few times, but I'm okay with that. You know, it always happens. So,
Okay. We'll see what the judges think, John.
Very nice job. You have an amazing control over your voice. The small riffs you did, the changes, everything you did was very good. There was one part where you went to go jump up that you didn't quite reach it, and it sounded to me that it was because you didn't have control over that one note. And sometimes when you go to hit that top note, if you throw your voice up there, sometimes you'll hit it, sometimes you won't. But everything else you knew what notes you were hitting, and you hit them very, very well. But yes, that was a very, very nice performance.
thank you.
That was a beautiful song choice. And you have such a great tone in your voice. I loved sitting and listening to it. I could tell you are a little nervous. And always remember, when you get up to sing, I know you can't hear yourself through that mic, so you don't get to hear how loud it is. And usually on a mic, you can hear your sound and your pitch perfect. But now that you don't have a mic and you probably can't hear yourself, don't let that keep you from taking deep breaths and just singing loud. Because you have the voice. If you just crank up that volume a little bit and sing a little louder, I don't think you would have had any problem with that one high note. Because just having that breath support and because singing, you look like you really enjoy singing, right?
Yeah, I do.
And when you sing it, and when you sing like you do, and you enjoy it as much as you seem to, just let it go, let it out. But that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Felicity knows what she's talking about, and take her advice. I thought it absolutely beautiful, absolutely
Yes.
great. Missed the one note, but I think the reason you missed that note is exactly what she said. I didn't know that until she said it. But I just thought it was wonderful. I'm kind of excited about watching that on the screen and seeing the playback on it, because we're hearing you sing without any kind of amplification or the use of the microphone. We're just hearing you in this one small room, and I'm really looking forward to hearing that back to see if it sounded as good as I thought it sounded here.
Thank you.
Okay, so sounds like a really positive from the judges. You have to be happy with that.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I knew that I missed that note, but
Yeah. Sometimes you think people say stuff just, oh yeah, I knew. I really think you did the way you said, because you almost said it right after you performed before we even heard from the judges. So it's good to know, and I think that's your way of saying, boy, I know I'm capable of getting better, because you know what, tonight it's advance and move on, but you know the next one you need to come with your best that day. But best of luck to you.
yeah. Thank you.
On to Christy with our next contestant.
Well, Tony, I'm here with Miss Emily Davis. Cute little haircut. And she is 9 years old, and she is from Williamstown, Kentucky. Emily, tell us a little bit why you wanted to enter Derby Idol tonight.
Because I really liked the experience of being in front of an audience, and I was just excited to do it.
Okay, well, that's good enough for us. We're glad you're here. And what is your favorite type of music?
Country and some pop.
Who's your favorite pop singer?
I'd say Taylor Swift and...
Okay. And Taylor Swift's probably your favorite country singer.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have another favorite country singer?
No.
No, not really. Okay. And what are you going to be singing tonight by your favorite artist?
Mean.
Mean. That sounds like a really good song. I don't think you're mean, though. You look like you'd be a pretty nice little girl. So we will be pulling for you, and we're going to let you go perform right now through that door there, Emily. And we want to wish you good luck. And this is contestant number 7, Miss Emily Davis.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm going to be singing Mean by Taylor Swift. You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like I'm nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me out when I wounded you, picking on the weaker man. Well, you can take me down with just one single blow. What you don't know, someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me. Someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean?
Emily, I want to compliment you on one thing. I think one of the better jobs tonight of into your song. Well, you like that song, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And it's easier to really get into the ones you kind of like, and it was, and it's nice to see, you know, the younger ones anymore come so well prepared. But we'll see what the judges think. We'll start here with Ken in just a second. But were you happy with your performance?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Look at it.
Well, let's see if Ken and all the rest of the judges were. Let's go.
Did you have the music going on in your head? You're
Yeah.
playing the music? You could tell because you were doing the motion and everything. You know, when you first started, I'm thinking, okay, you know, nice, cute. But then you kind of surprised me, made me sit up and go like, okay, she's singing this song now. She has a good voice. I think that in a couple more years, that voice is going to be terrific. So keep it up, and good luck on the contest tonight.
Okay, thank you.
When you came through that door, the first thing I noticed was your adorable outfit.
Thank you.
Because you have the whole package. You know how to dress yourself beautifully. I love your dress. You can sing. You can tell you love to sing. And you have stage presence. And for someone your age, out of most of the people we've seen tonight, you seem to be the most excited. And I could tell you're getting into the song and you were hearing the music in your head because you were swaying back and forth. Maybe just so when you hear that music in your head, just so people out there aren't doing this with you, maybe take your hand and tap your leg, or take it and maybe tap your mic a little bit. And I love that you were loud, because you came in here, you owned this room, you were loud, and you could tell you were proud to be here. And I'm so glad you came.
Thank you.
You picked a very a difficult song for your age to sing, and you did it very well. The tone of your voice, the diction, for the most part, was very good. There were a few spots where it was a little difficult to understand what you were saying, but overall, I could hear everything you were saying. As Felicity said, you were very loud. We could hear what you were singing. That was great, and it was a very nice performance. Very nice job.
Thank you.
Emily, I got to ask you this while you're out here. Did I know your Aunt Pam? Oh, okay. I might have had you mixed up with somebody else. But anyway, sorry about that, folks. But anyway, the thing I want to say, too, is it is great that someone so young came in here and, as they said, owned the room, owned the song, and you should be really proud of your performance.
Thank you.
Okay. Back to Christy with our next contestant.
Well, I see that Tony's Alzheimer's has kicked in once again, and he's out there trying to remember somebody he just doesn't know, obviously. So anyway, but we're here with contestant number 8, Jocelyn. I think I got that right. Adams, and she is from Williamstown, Kentucky. Jocelyn, tell us a little bit about your family.
I have 3 triplet sisters, and they're all 7, and they're preemies. They're so tiny. And I have a dad and mom, and they're together, and we're all happy.
And that's always great when that happens. That is always great. But now, don't you come from sort of a singing family, musical type family?
My dad and my papa and my uncle all sing.
I thought so. I thought there was a lot of singing going on in that family. And why are you entering Derby Idol tonight?
Well, pretty much I love singing, and it's a chance to win $500. Why not? I mean,
that's exactly right. That is exactly right. And I think you're sort of an old pro at this, are you not? You were here last year?
if you want to say it like that, I guess.
Okay. And she says really it doesn't matter what contest she enters, that she always still
tries my best.
She tries her best, and she still gets a little nervous, she says, from time to time. So, Jocelyn, we'll all be pulling for you back here. We're going to let you go perform right now, and good luck to you. This is contestant number 8, Miss Jocelyn Adams.
Hi. I'm Jocelyn. How are you guys? Okay. We were both young when I first saw you. Close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm sitting there on the balcony of summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gowns. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know that you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles till my daddy said stay away from Juliet. But I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting, all there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. So I sneak out to the garden to see you. We keep quiet 'cause we're dead if they knew. So close your eyes, escape this town for a little while. Oh, 'cause you were Romeo, I was a scarlet letter till my daddy said stay away from Juliet. But you were everything to me, I was begging you please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting, all there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. I got tired of waiting,
wondering if you were ever coming around. My faith in you was fading when I met you on the outskirts of town.
And we'll start Felicity here in just a second, but I could almost hear the band. You know what I'm saying? And I could just imagine if you make it through the night and you get uptown, and of course then it's where the music will be behind you. But I could actually hear the band behind you in that performance. And we'll start, like I say, with Felicity and see what the judges think.
Hi, Jocelyn.
Hi.
So you're 13?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you gave Taylor Swift a run for her money. You sang that song beautifully. I've heard so many people sing that song, and none of them can quite pull it off like you just did.
Thank you.
And I loved your stage presence. You took advantage of all this space. And that's what people in audience love to see, is when you give them a show, not only is your voice great, but what you do around the stage is great. Only thing I would say be cautious of is maybe overdoing it. Because you can tell the emotions in your face. All the words you sang, you could see how you felt in your face. You didn't have to do some of the motions to make it more obvious, because you got it, girl. You're doing great. You don't got to worry about all that.
Continuing on, yes, you did very, very nice with it. Vocally, there were a few spots where you were a little off, but just a little bit. But for the most part, I'd say 98% of it was right on. Very, very nice. You had a nice loudness. That's not the right way to say it, but you were loud, and we could understand what you were saying. So that was very nice. As what she was saying with stage presence. One thing that I would say is a lot of what you were doing, some of it was really, really nice, but some of it lacked, from my opinion of it, it lacked a inner motivation to it, if that makes sense. So one thing, because as an actor, one thing that I do is you want to try and find your emotion in your acting, and you want to apply that to yourself. So, if you're feeling like, you want to squat down on the ground, what's your motivation for that? And so if you do that, I think that will bring more honesty to your stage presence, which I think will fix some of what Felicity was saying about it overdoing it. But overall, it was a very nice performance. Very nice job.
Ken?
Well, I agree. I think you're talking about the flow of it. It has to flow with the music and everything, and it seemed a little bit forced. When you first started, I could see you practice in front of the mirror doing the moves and everything. I'm sorry if I did the move. But let me just say, you were the strongest voice, the loudest in this room, the strongest, loudest voice of anyone tonight, but also of all the adults who held back in this room. And you didn't hold back. So we try to translate that. Okay, what's this going to look like on the stage when you have the mic and you can work that entire stage and you've got the music, and I can see it happening, and so I hope you get the chance to move forward and show us what you can do.
Hey, now I got to ask you, I think tonight you would say too. Have you ever sang in front of performed in front of people before?
Many, many times, yes.
And when they feed off your song, that fuels your performance, doesn't it?
Yeah, I take in everything they have to say, even if it's like, if I don't agree with it, I still go along with it, because I know, they're older than me and they know what they're looking for, so I take it in.
Yeah. But, I mean, when you have a audience do you feed off a crowd that's into what you're doing up there as a singer?
Yeah, I try to get the crowd involved, and they normally come along with it.
Okay. Well, we enjoyed you very much, and best of luck. I hope we see you up there on Derby Day, and we'll take it back to Christy now for our next contestant.
Thanks, Tony. Glad we've only got one contestant left, because if he gets any more long-winded, we're going to be here all night. So anyway, thanks, Tony. We're here with contestant number 9, Miss Kendall Clemens, and she lives out in Williamstown, Kentucky, and she has lots of hobbies. Tell us a little bit about those hobbies, Kendall.
Well, I like to play soccer. It's one of my favorite sports, and I love to do it, and all my family's done it, so it's just something, I guess, just kind of caught on to.
There you go. Yeah, because everybody else likes to do it. You've caught on to it and you love it. And how come you're entering Derby Idol tonight?
Because I did it last year, and I feel that I have enough confidence this year that I've tried a lot harder that I could do it and win.
Oh, I think you can. There's no doubt in my mind. And what are you going to be singing tonight?
The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Okay. Well, this is contestant number 9, and we're going to let you go on perform, Kendall. Good luck to you. And this is contestant number 9, Miss Kendall Elizabeth Clemens.
Hi. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. 'Cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
Excuse me. I had a frog in my throat there, but a real nice performance. And your thoughts on it? Were you nervous?
I was very nervous because I just got back from a dance and I was screaming and acting all goofy. And on the way here, I was practicing and my voice was really scratchy, so it turned out better than I thought it would be.
Well, after all that, then, I mean, you know what? That's not bad, and at least you're honest. I remember years ago when my co-host Christy was in a beauty contest, and she fell off the rampway, and her thought was, well, we had ball practice a while ago, and my legs were tired, and the judges, kind of give her a little slack. She still lost, but anyway, it's nice that you were honest, and we'll start with, I'll tell you what, we're going to do Felicity right down here, but I'll ask you this while I got you here since I really messed up a while ago. Do you have an aunt named Pam?
Yes.
And I know you got an Aunt Missy, who's a great athlete and a great singer. Well, that's fine, because Pam actually used to be here, and we're still recovering. It was kind of like our own version of storm damage, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's see what the judges got to say.
Well, I love that when you came in, you had a beautiful smile. A smile is it's one of the best things on a person. Doesn't matter, good teeth, bad teeth. When you smile, it shows people this person has a great personality, and you have a beautiful smile, and you look lovely.
Thank you.
Some of the song felt a little bit rushed, and I know from experience when you're auditioning and you get nervous, and then your breath gets shorter, and then you try and hold the note out to the very, very end. I have done that so many times before. Just whenever you feel yourself starting to rush, just stop, make sure you're taking good breaths, because I could tell by the notes, some of the higher notes, I could tell you can hit them, and you have the voice to back it up. Just get a good breath and have that support there, and you'll be able to belt it out much easier.
Yeah, watch out, what you're doing before a competition or any kind of performance, because it really is a pain when you have to go up to perform and you've shot your voice doing whatever. But nonetheless, you did very, very nice with it. As Felicity was saying, from the moment you walked in, you captured us. You had a very nice presence about you. One thing that really hit me with it was when you're hitting those higher notes, have the breath support, because I know everyone will tell you this and it really doesn't make sense until you realize it yourself, but breath support is everything in singing. If you don't have the breath support behind it, you can't hit those notes. And so make sure you have a nice deep breath, breathe from your stomach and your diaphragm, because that's really what's going to make the difference. But it was a very nice performance.
It's what lost it for me last year.
There you go.
Could I tell you a secret?
Sure.
Just between you and me, you don't tell anybody else. I really like Miley Cyrus, and I really like that song, some of her songs. But don't tell anybody, because I get kicked out of the old people's club if you do. And you have that. You have kind of a Miley Cyrus type of accent, right? You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Very well, and like I said, you missed a few notes because you were out doing something else. But what you have to remember, because I have a lot of friends who are singers, I notice that they always take care of their neck. If they're getting ready to perform, they'll have a scarf around it and things like that. And we're playing for $500 tonight. So you got to think about things like that when you're getting ready to perform. Am I performing for free, or are they going to pay me $500? Right? But thanks for coming out tonight, and you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Well, it's tough, though, when you're in school, ain't it? You got so many activities, and the parents want you to be involved, so you feel like that. But I thought you did really great, and you were happy. Were you happy with the judges' comments? Okay. Well, thanks very much, and best of luck to you, and hope we see you back up there on Derby Day. And speaking of a person who got mentioned out here a couple of times tonight, stay back. But she was a very good performer, though. But anyway, interesting night. You know, a lot of, I think,
Really good talent.
good talent.
Good talent, and a lot of younger group, I believe. You had a couple older ones, but most of them, I think, were younger and that kind of thing. And I'm sure, Ken and all the judges did a wonderful job. But Ken actually has something to say. I can just see it in his eye.
I just want to say that, any competition, you have 3 judges. You'll have different judges at each competition.
Exactly.
It's sort of a relative type thing. And because you may not win at one competition that particular time, doesn't mean that that anyone is necessarily any better than you. They just happen to be better, or they just happen to score higher that time. So,
and you just need to keep on trying.
Yeah, regardless of the outcome, never stop.
Don't ever give up.
Because we're not the definitive judges of
Idol.
How good everything is always going to be.
Well, I know I was sent home my first year. I didn't even make it past the first round.
Well, that's because you were terrible.
Exactly.
Well, we couldn't tell him
and
then.
Look what you ended up doing after a couple shots. There
but
you go.
I mean, it's true. I mean, if you were to take it, I mean, if you don't make it through tonight and you were to think, oh, well, I'm giving up on everything, you have no idea what you could be missing.
Exactly.
And that goes with anything, really. So.
I think that's kidding,
true.
John.
And
I don't think I could beat last year's performance of you, Ken.
I think that's exactly true. Everything that they have said, and there are a couple that were here tonight that this is their second try. The second go around. And I know the last one didn't make it last year, and she's back here giving it another shot, just like you all have said. You just got to hang in there, and you got to keep trying and give it your best, and that's all you can do. So I noticed, you had a moment out here, a little spell, if you will.
A little.
Alzheimer's moment of some sort, where you said, "Aren't you so and so's granddaughter, or I'm like, "What's up with that?" So
I'm glad. No, I was holding Mike over here on purpose.
He doesn't want to hear my comment. That's what it is. So anyway,
I sat out here and bragged on you all night. That's what really bothers me about this whole deal.
Yeah, Christy this, Christy that.
Yeah, I bet, Ken.
You fell off the stage 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah, there's no bragging where he's concerned. But all in all, I think it's been a wonderful night. Everybody's come out and did their best. That's the main thing. And, if you forget part of your song, or you forget words, or just anything like that, you just got to keep on hanging in there, keep on trying, and you're going to get it eventually.
You talk like somebody that has lost a lot in competitions. But anyway, we'll let the judges sum up what... I might fool you, gal. We'll start up here with the judges. We'll start with Ken, then Felicity, and John, and they could kind of summarize how the night was.
It is always so difficult to do these, whether you have 8 or 9 contestants or whether you have 20 contestants. It is very, very difficult. That's why I always want to bring up that you may not win this time. Just don't feel too bad about it, because you're going to have a whole set of judges, different judges next time. However, for Derby Day, Felicity will be back, John will be back, and then we'll have Dennis Harden, who is the oldest, not member, but in number of years of the Indianapolis Symphony Choir.
And that will be great. I mean,
And he's taken my place on the panel.
And Ken, I've read a hidden message in what you've been saying. I think you're saying next year you may come on back out on this side of the table, maybe. Right? I've seen a lot.
After last year's loss, my voice coach said, "I don't think we can do it in a year, Ken. But I think in 2 years, I think you can take the money."
You think so?
Yeah.
And the money being
$25. I'm not going to pick the judges next year.
How many years was Gunsmoke on? Anyway, now we're going to go to Felicity. Felicity, it's great seeing you back out because it's been a while since I've seen you, but great to see you up here tonight. And your thought.
Looking beautiful tonight, isn't she?
Thank you.
So, and what did you think about the competition tonight? First time judging, you know.
Yes.
You were probably a little nervous.
I was probably more nervous than any of them were.
There, yeah. Exactly.
But I remember starting to travel and sing at probably a couple years younger than some of our youngest contestants. I think the youngest one may have been 8 or 9, and I started going out to different churches and different places and singing when I was real young. And I remember just when you're that young, different experiences that you have with singing help mold the artist that you hope to be someday.
Exactly.
And I feel so proud. It takes so much courage to get out here and to sing. So of all the contestants that tried out, you know, we think, you know, that as an adult we get nervous speaking in front of people or getting up on a stage. Imagine being as a child, but still they came out, they smiled, they had a great time.
You know, it's easy when you're sitting on your couch at home going, well, I think I could do that, but guess what? You're not the person standing there, and they've got at least enough guts and enough courage to come out here and do it, and that's the main thing.
Yes,
so
they made the effort,
that's a lot.
And that's key.
That is, yeah. So, John, what'd you think?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, for those that showed up tonight, I mean, they're ahead of those who sat home and thought that they didn't have a chance at it. At least they're up here trying to do something with it.
Exactly.
So that was great to see. There's so much potential in this group tonight. Because there are so many of them that if they continue pursuing this dream, I really see a bright future for them. Because, you know, there's so many opportunities out there, and especially nowadays. I mean, it's not really people don't pursue their dreams as much, I guess. Exactly. And it's so great to see, you know, these contestants trying to do that,
especially as young as they are.
Oh yes,
you know, they're only going to get better as time goes on, and that's the good thing. So, I think we're about done here tonight, don't you?
I think we are too. And the one thing I've noticed that, you know, it's the singers, they're getting better, younger, but the performance of the song, you know, as you see tonight, a little moving around, but some of them was just, you know, you could just hear it in their voice that they are like getting into music a lot earlier, but not only just the singing of the song, but the performance of the song. And it's kind of neat. I mean, in a few years, we'll probably have 3- and 4-year-olds out here singing Rockin' Robin or something, and you know.
Exactly. All I can do is sing in the shower. I don't know about you, but
Rockin' Robin.
Rockin' Robin, yeah.
4-year-olds. Yeah.
There you go. So.
We'll get into my singing ability a little later. It might fool you. Years ahead. Years ahead.
I'm sure, no doubt.
No brag, just fact. Anyway, we hope everybody on Channel 21 Insight Cable, thank you for tuning in. Channel 16 Williamstown Cable. Thanks to the judges, all the contestants, and folks, we'll see you May 7th at
Derby Day and Derby Idol 2011. There you go.
Right. Good night, everyone.